Yeah, simple, I like orange, it goes well with the colors.
All
Yeah.
right, 6:30, call the meeting to order. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, welcome to the City of Lapeer's meeting. I need a motion to excuse Mayor Marquardt from tonight's meeting.
So moved.
I think she had her hand up, but she said it. It's been moved by Commissioner Brady, supported by Commissioner Swindell. Any discussion? Seeing none or hearing none, all those in favor?
Yes.
Yes? Any opposed? Motion passes. I need approval of September 2nd, 2025's agenda, which is tonight, I do believe.
I'll make a motion to approve it with one change on the minutes. Oh, no, sorry, I need to change the minute, but the agenda, I'll approve that.
Support.
Wait, time out. Can you say that one more time?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda for tonight. She'll support it.
Okay.
And then I have to make a change on that.
Okay, it's been moved and supported. Any discussion on that? Yes, Commissioner Brady.
G5 is on where we wanted it to be.
Yeah, I discussed that with our city clerk this morning, or before the meeting, and she did not need that amended on the agenda. Correct? Correct. All right, all those in favor, please say yes.
Yes. Yes.
Any opposed? No. Motion passes. Moving on to the minutes. Need a motion.
I move
Commissioner Petrie.
to approve the minutes from our regular meeting held August 18th with one small change. And it's just for clarification for the public. My commissioner comment said that I wanted to replace the bricks downtown, and I don't want to replace them. I corrected myself in the minutes. I want to restore or remove and fix underneath, but not, I just don't want the public to think that I want to remove the bricks downtown. I definitely do not.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Any more discussion on that? All those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, say no. Motion passes. We are now to the portion of public comments. If you do have a public comment, come up to the podium, please state your name. You'll have 3 minutes, and you're here to address the council as a whole.
Hi. I'm Jennifer Van Dam. I'm a Lapeer County resident. I don't live in the city, but I do frequent the city often for shopping and stuff. So my comment is on the flock cameras that I saw on your agenda for tonight. The Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution guarantees the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures. The Fourth Amendment requires a warrant as a precondition to a search. The Fourth Amendment applies to state and local governments through the 14th Amendment's Due Process Clause. Operation of the flock cameras is a search. Installation and operation of the flock cameras is purposeful investigative conduct. Installation and operation of the flock cameras violates subjective expectation of privacy that society recognizes as reasonable. Those are not my words. Those statements that I just read to you are from a civil rights lawsuit regarding the use of flock cameras. The City of Norfolk, the Norfolk Police Department, and the Norfolk Chief of Police in Virginia are the defendants named in the ongoing lawsuit Schmidt versus City of Norfolk, filed in October 2024 in a United States District Court in Virginia. Civil case number 224-CV621. The civil rights lawsuit seeks to end the surveillance program. The suit argues that strategically blanketing Norfolk's roads with AI-equipped ALPR cameras and storing everyone's location data without a warrant for weeks, maybe months at a time, violates the Fourth Amendment's protection against unreasonable searches. Quoting a recent article from the Institute of Justice, municipalities across the country are starting to hit the brakes on installing Flock's ALPR cameras because they recognize that mass surveillance of drivers' movements is an unconstitutional dragnet. Most recently, Denver, Colorado. On May 5th, the City Council unanimously rejected a $666,000 extension of Denver's Flock pilot program, citing new community concerns about constant surveillance. Eureka, California. In February, the Eureka City Council voted down a plan to install 21 Flock cameras after residents and council members warned that the system would infringe on privacy rights. Gig Harbor, Washington. In March, the Gig Harbor City Council rejected a motion that would have installed 10 Flock cameras in the Washington City. That's the state of Washington, I believe, Gig Harbor. Those are the words that I've read today from the court case and from articles regarding the court case from the Institute of Justice. My words are, I take my inalienable rights seriously. No means of perceived safety justify the end result of government violating the Constitution of the United States. Smith versus City of Norfolk is proceeding toward trial with discovery scheduled to
Ma'am,
close
time's
this
up.
summer and a fall 2025 trial date.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any other public comments? All right, there's another section later on in the meeting.
Josh.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't see you.
Holy Spirit, we invite your presence here. Thank you, Father, for being the good, good Father that you are. Thank you that you see everything, that ultimately you are our surveyor, that you know everything, whether it's on the surface or deep in our heart. And I ask you, Lord, to go deep into each person's heart that's here. Help them to seek you. Lord, there'll come a time in their life on this earth or when they meet you face to face that if they haven't sought you, they'll wish they had. So I'm just praying, Lord, right now that you be with this group of people in this room. They are not here by chance. Each one was ordained to be here. Pray that you would give us cohesiveness, wisdom. Help us to have a spirit of humility, peace, grace, love, commitment, and courage. Be with us through this meeting, and as we leave here, traveling home, I ask that you be with each person here. Thank you for being with our community. Thank you for always having your hand on us. We pray for your continued protection. I ask all these things in your precious Son, Jesus' name, amen.
All right, need a motion to approve the consent agenda for tonight. Yes, Commissioner Glissman.
I move to approve the consent agenda for September 2nd, 2025. Support.
It's been moved and supported. All in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, say no. Motion passes. Moving on to item D, which is the bill listing for tonight. What is your pleasure, Commission? Yes, Commissioner Brady.
Make a motion to approve the bill listing for September 2nd, 2025 in the amount of $354,246.40.
Support, and that's talking to you.
Dang, it's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion on paying the bills? All right. All those in favor, please say yes. Oh, sorry, roll call. I wrote it down and everything.
Commissioner Atwood,
Yes.
Commissioner Brady.
Yes.
Commissioner Glissman,
Yes.
Commissioner Petrie,
Yes.
Commissioner Swindell.
Yes.
All right, there's no proclamations, no public hearing tonight. We're moving on to G1, Fair Housing Resolution and Fair Housing Policy. Need a motion for that one. What is your pleasure? Commissioner Swindle.
Make a motion to adopt the updated fair housing resolution and fair housing policy.
been moved.
Support.
And supported by Commissioner Brady. Any discussion on G1? Swindley made the motion first, so you would have first dibs, and Brady, you'd have second. Nope. No discussion? All right. All those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, say no.
No.
Motion passes. I need a motion on G2, which is USDA Rural Development, HPG Grant Resolution. What is your pleasure? Yes, Commissioner Swindle.
Make a motion to adopt a resolution for homeowner rehabilitation funding through the USDA Rural Development Housing Preservation Grant, HPG.
It's been moved, needs support. I'll support. Any discussion? Mr. Swindle, you made the motion. You'll have first dibs.
We have, in the past, we have done this with success, and I don't see a reason to discontinue it.
Mr. Chair, if I may, we also have Ms. Lincoln in the room, see Ms. Soldensky in the back, if you guys have any questions about these next couple of items.
Okay. I don't have anything to say at this point. Any other discussion? Any questions for Ms. Lincoln?
I do.
Go ahead.
This costs the city no money. Does this cost the city money?
No, this is, we would receive administration of $11,000 for us to process the grant. But the money is 100% given to the homeowner.
Okay. Thank you.
Typically, what is this used for?
A lot of the times this is used for support for other grants that we have. Kind of works, we pair them together. This may cover, this $15,000 may cover a roof replacement, windows. It could go for a portion of a larger project. But they can be used by themselves, or they can be, like I said, combined with another grant to create a bigger improvement on someone's home here in the city.
Yeah, I have
Yes.
a question for Sean. Where it says that they can be partnered with other grant funding, would it be through MISTA again, through the city? Can they try and find,
Yeah, they could partner this with MISTA, they could partner it with other agencies like Habitat for Humanity. They go through Federal Home Loan Bank. We've used those together in the past. This one is just funded through the USDA, which is a different funding source than what we're normally going through, which is MISTA, whatever. It's been a great program. They let me, if say I get to the end of my grant term and I haven't expended everything, they'll let me do extensions. They really want to put the money into the community. So it really is helpful. I do a lot of seniors on this program. A lot of houses that, they just don't have the funds to, replace their roof or, so I can use them. I've done a sewer system with this one. That would have been very expensive for someone. So, I mean, it is kind of they cover a few more things than my other grants do.
and do you, Shelley, determine who is going to get that?
I do applications. They have to qualify income-wise, they have to be in the city, they have to have their taxes, insurance paid. They go through all of the same requirements that we do. If I have more applications than I have funding, it's a first come, first ready. So, if it's whoever gets their application in first, who gets everything in, we can get out, start looking at the house and get it going is how the money is expended.
So one more thing. So for instance, if someone were to apply for a grant and they didn't get it because, they weren't first come, do they get to be first to apply next time, or it's just again, first
They
come, first?
stay on my list. I let them know that when future funding comes out, I will let them know that, hey, I have new funding. It may be a different type of grant, but at least they're still in my pool.
Okay, thank you.
Somebody's got a serious sound system.
That's some serious bass. Yes, Commissioner Glissman.
Another question for Shelley. Besides the things that you mentioned in terms of criteria, do you use any other criteria beyond that?
On this one, it is an 80% area median income, so they have to be under that threshold for their family size. They would have to be within the city of Lapeer, because I only write the grant for the city of Lapeer residents. Trying to think off the top of my head, they have to have lived in the home for more than a year, so they have to have owned it for more than a year, and I think those are like the main ones. Up to date on mortgage, those types of things too.
Commissioner Glissman, was that?
I'm done.
Okay. Commissioner Brady?
I'm also assuming it can't be a city employee in order to receive that grant. Right, we don't let,
Ms. Lincoln, can we contact the city attorney about that question? Do you recall?
We have before in other grants, I'm not sure if it was exactly on this grant, but I could go back and check and find out for you if you would like me to.
And if somebody was interested in potentially applying for this grant, how would they go about?
Once I get the grant agreement, I will place this application onto the city website, plus I will also let anybody who's in my pool or has contacted me, who's interested in housing assistance, I will send an application to them. But I'm really trying to get promoting them using our website so they have first accurate, up-to-date information.
Any more questions or discussions?
One more, sorry, Shelley. How many do you anticipate this would
This would go for
fulfill?
5, is what we're looking at. It's a lower grant, but, again, you know, it is kind of more of it pairs well with other ones, or we can do individuals. I can go up, I can raise the limit. So say if I got to a house and, you know, it was a big roof and it was $20,000 to replace it, I can extend that up to cover that person, as long as I have the funding available.
Okay.
All right. All those in favor of the motion, please say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, say no. Motion passes. Item G3, which is set the public hearing for the Community Development Block Grant funding for September 15th, 2025. What is your pleasure? Commissioner?
Mayor Pro Tem.
Yes, Commissioner Swindle.
Make a motion to approve setting a public hearing for September 15th, 2025 at 6:30 PM or as soon thereafter as may be heard for the purpose of receiving public comment on the proposed submission of a 2025 Michigan State Housing Development Authority, MISHDA, MI Neighborhood Community Development Block Grant. Application for the Old Opera House building project to create 7 new residential apartments located at 350 North Court Street, Lapeer, Michigan.
Support. Any discussion? Swindle, you voted first, so, or you made the motion first, you have first dibs if you want.
I don't have any questions. I've
All right.
talked to them.
Any more discussion, questions?
We're just approving a hearing at this
Yes.
point.
I would point out that
Comments?
both Ms. Holdensky and Ms. Lincoln might have comments or thoughts if you guys have questions. But this is also a Mr. LaMagna project, and he's also in the audience if you have questions.
Mr. Brady?
is there anything that the staff would like to share with us?
At this time, what we're approving tonight is just the public hearing, but the public hearing will be taking place at the next meeting if you agree to it. And then at that point, we'll be doing a resolution for your approval for the project for us to apply for the funding. So that's what we're doing tonight. I have to do, you know, the way of structuring a public hearing, that's what it is tonight. But like I said, Mr. LaMagna is here, he can provide any more additional information if you're interested on the project itself.
I guess the question I had was like, so these are also income-based apartments? These will also be income-based apartments?
51% of the new units would have to be rented to a low moderate family.
Okay, my question is who administers that? Like, who follows up with that
In the
process?
past, we do. I would have those apartments, and we haven't done it in a few years because Denise was the last one who had done one of those projects. But there's usually a certain term in which we have to monitor those for. If it's 5 years, for example, every year we redo an income verification, like a short form, and then we just make sure that he's following up with his insurance tax requirements that the grant requires. So that would be my responsibility, I'm assuming.
And the amount of that grant that you receive, there was a portion of it, is it 11,000 or is it?
No, this one is, I believe, sorry, I don't have it. I think it's $36,000 in administration, but part of that's gonna be for CGA because there'll be some other requirements. But I think there's some, portion of that will be city for administration also.
Okay.
Tom, would you like to just explain the project real quick, or would you want to hold on to it for the hearing? It's up to you.
I can explain it real quick. I've got a handout here.
Okay.
Basically, the second floor is underutilized today. It's roughly 8,500 square feet. So we've designed 7 apartments to fit within the 8,500 square feet of the capacity. Even though there's one blank there, per the stipulations or guidelines of this grant, you can only utilize 7 units at one time, where it triggers Davis-Bacon, which is one of the requirements that in order to participate in this program. So this program basically allows us to potentially utilize gap monies in order to make the pro forma positive to make this investment. Without this grant, the financial model doesn't make sense, and we wouldn't move forward with utilizing any apartments on the second floor. So this is phase 1, basically, of some other plans that we have for the Opera House. And this is the process. We applied for the grant. They've come back to us, Shelley, with interest in doing that, and we have till the 17th of September to get back with a full application, which then they would review. There's environmental studies that need to be done. There's a whole different list of criteria in order to just apply for this grant. There's no guarantee that we'll receive it.
Commissioner Petrie, right up first.
I just wondered, have you already done the environmental things, or you're waiting to?
We're in phase 1 of the environmental right now, and we anticipate it will require a phase 2, just because of the environmental that's been done on what we call the fire lot. So it's quite an in-depth process.
Is this space the old racquetball area?
No, it's a 3rd level.
Okay.
This is the 2nd floor.
What's there now? Is it just office space?
Office space. It's about 30% utilized.
Okay. And 51% of these have to be low income, so basically
Low to moderate, yeah.
four
4 units.
4 units.
Mhm.
And what do you anticipate that you can charge for rent for these other?
It depends on the square footage and the number of bedrooms, but per the guidelines and the 80% AMI, you're looking at probably $1,000 to $1,100 maximum
On all of them?
on the units that are participating in the program.
Okay. What do you anticipate on the?
Very similar rates.
Okay.
That's the way we do business here.
And will they all be 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom? You'll have.
There are 2 2-bedroom, and the balance is 1 bedroom. They range from 500 square feet up to 1,100 square feet. And per the zoning regulations, the minimum square footage in the city is 500 square feet for a 1-bedroom and 700 square feet for a 2-bedroom. So we have to not only meet the criteria of the city, but the criteria of the grant as well. And without Shelley and Denise's help, we wouldn't even be able to apply for this.
Commissioner Brady?
2 stairwells, so no exterior fire escapes.
So we have 2 forms of egress currently, one in the front of the building, one in the rear, and we do have an elevator, but you can't utilize that for egress.
Mhm.
So we're going to keep the existing elevator that's in the rear of the building.
Okay.
So in order to make this financially sound, we are going to revamp the existing stairwells with fire suppression and things like that, but we're not going to drastically pull those out and replace them. That's our hope anyway.
Commissioner Glissman?
I'm not sure if I understood correctly. There are 7 apartments on the second floor, and 4 out of the 7 will be low to mid.
To moderate income, where we have to maintain that on an annual basis through Shelley and her group.
And then the other 3 are normal rentals,
Yes,
and you would charge more for those then?
not necessarily. Our rental rates are very much in line with Mission
Okay.
in all of our apartments downtown.
And what's on the 3rd floor?
Right now, the 3rd floor, half of it has a couple offices where the old Opera House used to be, and then the other half is completely vacant where it used to be the racquetball court club. So there's racquetball courts, a bar, locker rooms, and things like that on the 3rd floor as well. They're just vacant currently.
And they're just vacant currently?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the 1st floor?
The 1st floor is a multi-mixed use where you have Dagwoods, you have the karate, we have the trophy shop, and then we have off-the-wall antiques, so 4 units on the main floor, which would not change at all.
Okay. And the folks on the 1st floor, they plan on staying where they are, maintaining that?
Yes, I own one of the units on the main floor. Nicole owns the 2 on the outside, and Dan owns the one in the middle. And we have to put together what they call a cooperation agreement, because this is a condominium complex, that they need to sign this legal document allowing us to make this renovation to the building, which we're in the process of finalizing with a lawyer right now, because one of the constraints is once we start this renovation, nobody else can do anything else in that building as far as renovating for a certain period of time.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? Commissioner Swindle?
How many apartments, units do you have downtown? Ish.
Ish. Probably 26 or 28 currently.
Okay. Thank you for always dreaming up your next investment in our little city and our downtown, because you have done a lot. My other question is for these 2, maybe one of them, is what, this would be handled very similar to when the New to You building was done, correct? Because this is a very similar grant,
It's the same funding source, but it is a
Okay.
little different because we.
but
use
the same income things, and you check up on that and the administration.
Well, that one didn't require us to do anything and because it was a facade grant, but because this one is creating apartments, yes, we'll have that monitoring.
Okay. Thank you.
I know I say this every time, but thanks for investing in our downtown. A lot of these downtowns in the historic areas have been, I don't want to say held hostage, but landlords that aren't really interested in fixing up their buildings or working with the DDA or the city. So I appreciate your investment and what you've done so far with us, so thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here tonight.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we have a motion, it's been supported, communicated, talked through. Now we go to a vote. All those in favor, please say yes.
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 Any opposed, say no. Motion passes. Moving on to G4, this is just an introduction, I do believe. Rezoning for, I'll let the person who introduced it say the whole spiel. Go ahead, Commissioner Brady.
I'd like to introduce an ordinance amendment to Chapter 7 zoning ordinance, Article 7.02-02A39 of the general ordinances of the city of Lapeer.
Got it. G5, I need a motion for reconstruction of water main replacement project for First Street, project number 22260, and Second Street, project 22250 from Lincoln Street to Jackson Street. What is the commission's pleasure?
Mayor Pro Tem.
Yes, Commissioner Swindle.
Make a motion to award the contract to Cooper Excavating in the amount of $1,317,172 for First and Second Street water main replacement and road reconstruction, and approve the construction engineering contract with MLR Engineering in an amount not to exceed $113,600, and authorize the Director of Public Works and City Manager to sign all the necessary documents and approve the budget amendment as presented.
Need support?
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Does that satisfy the? Okay. Any discussion? Commissioner Swindle, you made the motion. Commissioner Glissman, you seconded. Commissioner Petrie?
Cooper Excavating, I know that they were the lowest bid, and I'm not one to just pick it because it's the lowest, but according to the information I received, they're the ones who did the Genesee. Do we feel satisfied with that? And do we feel that they're gonna be on target for this, because we're starting late September? I live there, so I do know the water table and the clay. It's not gonna be just a, nip and tuck project. And so I'm concerned because I live off of Genesee, and it was a long project, and we did get into bad weather by the time the final. So I'm not here to place blame. I don't know whose fault that was, but is that?
I believe it was.
Did we pick them because they were the lowest bid, or?
So I don't think it's appropriate to assign blame for bad weather. That's Mother Nature's fault, nobody else's. But as far as this project, I was satisfied working with Cooper Excavating last year. I think they were handed a very difficult set of circumstances for various reasons. But Mr. Slusher, do you have an opinion on working with Cooper Excavating?
I thought they were a very good company to work with. Very timely with their projects, and very educated on the water main and road reconstruction.
Commissioner Brady?
I must have missed the part about the budget amendment. Is it just moving money out of the land improvements fund in order to?
And Ms. Hanna can describe this better, but it's the water fund. We added some extra sections on, is it Lincoln Street? So First and Second Street, we're not connected on that side. We're connected by, what, a 4-inch pipe or something?
Jackson Street.
I'm sorry. So they're basically connecting with the same size pipe so that you don't have a reducer in the middle, but it added the cost of the water main.
This is the extra, that's the extra little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Ms. Hanna, is that accurate?
Yes, that is correct.
Accurate-ish. Okay. Mr. Slusher, do you have something to add to that? You're just making hand signals at me?
I meant Jackson Street when you said Lincoln.
Thank you.
Commissioner Petrie?
Kelly, what's the total tally on this project? Do you know?
I'm estimating with all the engineering, design and construction engineering, almost 1.46 million.
Which right now is under budget.
Substantially under budget.
Any other questions? This would be a roll call. I wrote it down. And I looked
Commissioner
at it.
Brady?
Yes.
Commissioner Glissman?
Yes.
Commissioner Petrie?
Yes.
Commissioner Swindell?
Yes.
Commissioner Atwood?
Yes. That moves us to G6, flock camera system project number 23030.
Mr. Chair, before we move on this, I want to make a suggestion. So I talked to the city attorney about this issue, because of course I knew there would be some public concern about it. He has indicated to me that he's worked on the flock camera contract with a different community, and he has a red line copy of that. I have not seen that red line copy. I'd like to before we dive headfirst into this issue. I think ultimately it's going to be a good for the community, but I'd like to go slow on this. And I'm not sure we're in a rush to do it, so I'd like to cross our T's and dot our I's. With that, I would ask that we consider a motion to table this or postpone it to the next meeting.
The next meeting?
The next,
Is that
the next
another
reg-
time?
Next regular meeting.
Next regular meeting? Is that okay?
I'll do it.
If not, we'll delay it again. But
Okay.
I just want to make sure to do it correctly.
Commissioner Glissman has moved it.
Support.
And supported by Commissioner Petrie and halfway with Commissioner Brady. Support.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes.
what are they moving?
Okay, what are you moving?
I.
You gotta make a motion, sorry.
That's okay. I move that we postpone the flat camera system for vote to the next regular meeting on September whatever. Thank you.
15.
September whatever.
15.
September
15th.
15th.
Okay, is there a second now? Seconded by Commissioner Petrie. All right, did you get that? I think we got it. Any discussion at this time? All right, all those in favor of the motion say yes.
Yes.
Yes. All opposed say no. It passes. G7, row engineering park/pine/parking lot number 9. Wow, that rhymed. Contract amendment. Need a motion for that.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Yes, Commissioner Glissman.
I move to approve the contract amendment proposal from Rowe Engineering for a cost not to exceed $19,100 and authorize the Director of Public Works and the City Manager to sign the necessary documents.
It's been moved. Is there support?
Support.
Supported by Commissioner Swindell. Commissioner Glissman, you made the motion, so you have first dibs. If you have any questions at this time, or
No, I do not have questions.
Commissioner Swindell?
We do have Mr. O'Meara in the audience if you guys have any questions for you.
Any other discussion points? Commissioner Petrie?
The sewer extensions, will it only be Fox Street sewer? Are we gonna do all those? Cedar, are we gonna be?
Mr. O'Meara, do you recall?
Evening, Commissioners, Mr. Wett. The city, at the beginning of the discussions, just wanted us to focus on one section of sewer that aligns with Fox Street, and then we uncovered some information that we should extend it now. But the rest of the sewers are actually in
Good shape.
either moderate or great shape, actually.
Okay. Good.
All right?
Yep, thank you.
Any other questions before he sits down? Thank you. All right, all those in favor? Oh, dang it, I wrote it down too, roll call. Hey.
I'm gonna get you a highlighter.
Commissioner
Yeah, I do need a
Glissman,
highlighter.
Yes.
Commissioner Petrie,
Yes.
Commissioner Swindell,
Yes.
Commissioner Atwood,
Yes.
Commissioner Brady.
Yes. All right, we got that. G8, Oakdale Trails, Kitty Loop, and Beaver Hill /Osprey Loop. I need a motion for that.
Mayor Pro Tem.
Yes, Commissioner Swindell.
Make a motion to approve the construction of a new kitty loop in the DeMille Bowl and making the Beaver Hill Osprey Bypass Loop permanent at no cost to the city of Lapeer.
It's been moved
Support.
and supported. Any discussion?
So,
Believe
sorry. I was
Peter
gonna say-
is in the crowd and he might have an answer to any questions that we don't have.
So it might be being pedantic, but Mr. Church and I, there's Mr. Church back in the back, we walked out there the other day. It was on the south side of DeMille. Is that still in the bowl, Mr. Church, in your opinion?
Well, the kitty loop is in the bowl, then the bypass is south of.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
That's my misunderstanding.
and it's all uphill.
Both ways?
No, just the one way. I rode it twice and almost didn't make it. Any discussion or questions?
I have a question for you, Peter. Can you just explain how this won't cost us any money? Do you not need materials? The pictures that you sent were wood plank things. I mean,
Yeah, this is very basic. We're talking about little Strider bikes and balance bikes.
right.
So the amount of material that goes into the features is minimal. We have already a pretty impressive supply of donated wood that we have stashed from over the years. And we already have soil, some on-site or at the trail that we have access to move. So it's just a matter of making sure we've got the right plan, we've got a trail builder on site. So pretty simple compared to other projects that we've been able to pull off.
Mr. McCready? Sorry.
Did
Go
you
ahead.
raise your hand, Mr. I don't need to.
Oh, sorry. Commissioner Brady, sorry.
Is this the procedure that we want to have when any new trails are being put on, is that they come in, like coming in one at a time and the plan submitted and then we have to vote on?
So just from an administrative point of view, of course, the trail builder should be submitting a plan that we then review and approve. This one in particular we brought to the commission because despite the fact it costing the city no money, it's still being placed on the city and public property. The question I was going to ask without raising my hand, and I apologize for that, to Mr. McCready was that these elements, the trail is going to still meet, was it CRAMBA requirements?
CRAMBA is the local chapter that's affiliated with IMBA, the International Mountain Bike Association.
Okay.
So yes, it would be built to those standards.
Okay, just because one of the pictures that was sent to us was, I believe it was storm drain, like concrete, what do you call it, pipe. And my first thought was, man, if I tried to ride through there, I'm going to be getting a nice haircut. You know, something we don't want that's dangerous. But, you know, Mr. Church and I talked about it. We suspected that it probably wasn't actually going to be placed out there. It's just representational of what would be placed out there. So I just want to make sure that when it's done, it meets all the IMBA safety requirements and that we, you know, review and approve any modifications to the plan that were already submitted.
Yeah, and I just used images from other kiddie loops. This is a very common feature
Sure.
at trails around the state. So I just want to give an example, and that one happened to be from Bentonville, Arkansas, which is now, because of Walmart money, the mountain bike capital of the country. But we're not intending to use that feature, and I did clarify that with Mr. Church.
Sure, but you could understand my confusion that it was presented and then it wasn't going to be part of it.
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Swindle.
Thanks for asking this time. Appreciate that. And I also appreciate the fact that that is not going to be quick, and that is going to be a lot of volunteer hours, and I appreciate every single one of you people that volunteers all your hard work and time to do that. And the fact that I'm very thankful that happens to be a trail builder right there at the same time to make sure that you're following all the proper guidelines, and to keep everyone out of trouble, meeting with everyone to make sure everyone can get where they need to go for things that happen in the woods. And I'm really glad to see it all, and I can't wait to come to the Beaver Dash Bash and see how it all looks when it's done. I will stay out of there until then.
Thank you.
Mr. Petrie.
I just have one more question, Peter. Would it be Josh or who would like inspect it and go, done, safe, ready?
Josh is the trail builder, and he's on site right now.
Okay, so
so-
he will be the final inspector.
Yes.
Any more questions or discussion points? All right, all those in favor of the motion, please say yes.
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 All opposed, say no. Motion passes. Moving on to city manager's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First, I'd like to report that we're planning on setting a special workshop session for September 8th here at 5:30 p.m. Primary topic of discussion will be the housing workshop that Ms. Holdensky has poured her heart and soul into. How many meetings did you take on that one, Denise?
5.
5 meetings we took with various housing developers to kind of get a feeling for what the market is looking for right now, what the developers are proposing to us. And of course, we have to have a little bit of a meeting of the minds here with the commission. Not only did we talk about the White Junior High property, we also talked about various open green spaces in the community and how we can promote housing. I understand that the MML is also taking an interest in this, and I will attempt to present some of that information. I'm sure Mr. Atwood here would be happy to help me with that. So September 8th, 5:30 here, housing workshop. M24 pedestrian tunnel connection update. Some troubling spelling of that word, I apologize. So apparently with this big project, we are discovering that people of yore buried some things out there that we didn't want to find. So as you guys are aware, I'm keeping you updated about various things such as that. Of course, you can't do a project like this without finding something buried under the ground. It's just the way it is. So we continue to work on that. A couple barrels of unknown material were discovered. But we'll power through it. We'll make sure that it's removed and disposed of appropriately. And I guess various matters. I don't have anything else. So unless you guys have some questions for me, that's all I got for you.
Any questions for Manager Womack at this time? Yes, Commissioner Swindle.
Who was supposed to know that we needed to move an electrical pole? Who missed that? We've paid a lot of money to a lot of people for this project so far, and somebody along the way has missed not a small detail.
Yeah, so of course, Rowe Engineering has been working on this project for quite some time. I'm not sure I'd characterize the power pole as being missed. And maybe Mr. O'Meara's got a greater history of this project, might better be able to explain, or Mr. Church, better explain how that happened. My guess is that power poles are generally moved free of charge for municipal organizations such as ourselves, especially if that power pole is within a right-of-way. Of course, this property was not a right-of-way a couple years ago. This was land that was either bought or taken from a private property owner. So my guess is that DTE is taking the position that because it was private property when it was installed, that the new private property owner is therefore obligated to pay for the removal. Now, I'm in contact with my DTE governmental representative, and I'm hoping that maybe we could work out some kind of deal or reduced rate to move that. But for right now, they're asking for a significant amount of money to move it. Mr. O'Meara, do you have anything to add to that?
Well, just to clarify on the timing, we did first talk with DTE last October on this, because we knew pretty early on that it was going to be too high. The ground is being lowered like 6 feet-ish in that area. So the discussion started, and we expected that they would start acting on it and start making a design, and we weren't hearing anything back, so every couple months we would reach back and be told that everything's fine, it's in progress, and you'll hear from us, but we never did. So we invited,
That's their MO for
we
sure.
invited them to the pre-construction meeting, and luckily the coordinator or the planner did come and had some new problems with the design that we weren't aware of. So we worked with them on that, and still weren't really getting any information like how much is this going to cost, how is it going to be executed, when can it be done, because we would have liked to have had it done by now already. And unfortunately, the answers didn't come until many, many phone calls and emails and texts. I had to get pretty nasty. And I'm still not comfortable that it's going to happen as soon as we'd like it to.
So we can't continue while it's,
It's not holding anything up right now. Unfortunately, this hazardous waste is in the same area.
so we just can't do anything
So that
anyway.
could potentially be
Someday it'll be the tunnel to somewhere.
I'm thinking that could be the bigger animal now than the pole.
Right.
I may have a contact for you at DTE.
Okay. Is it a different person than Maureen?
It might be, I don't know. Check.
We'll talk.
Any other questions at this time?
I just have one question. Did we need to take any precaution for the homeowners in that area?
We've already done that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for standing up again.
Yep, thank you.
Let's see, city attorney is not here. Unfinished business, we have one appointment to a board. It's a mayoral appointment. All right, I need a motion to appoint Mr. Womack to the LDFA for a term ending August 1st, 2029.
So moved.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion?
Is
Councilor Petrie.
that customary that the city manager's on that board, or you just want it to be on?
Oh, I certainly don't want to be, but yeah, I believe it's customary. Actually, the question I have is, even though my suspicion, based on Ms. Sanchez putting the agenda together, is that the mayor wanted to appoint me to it, she's not here to say so. So, you know, I'm just saying theoretically, she could have changed her mind in between when the agenda was printed and when the meeting occurred. I know I'm being, again, very pedantic about this, but do we want to wait until the mayor is here before appointing me?
Well, that's why I went like this to one at the beginning.
Are you, do you have a
That's what
meeting
she said.
between now
It's a
and then?
reappointment.
That's what I was gonna ask, is it a reappointment?
It's a
or-
It is a reappointment, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I do serve on this board, and it makes sense for me to be on the board. I'm just being very pedantic
So you're
about
not taking somebody else's place, you're just being reappointed?
Yeah, I think we have a meeting tomorrow morning.
I don't have a problem moving forward. but-
I just have a question about being on the boards, because some boards you must be a resident of the city, and then some you don't have to be a resident of the city, correct?
Yeah, so some, so like the LDFA, if you are a business owner or a manager of the business, you're able to serve on that board.
Okay.
In the same way that as a member of the government, you're there to represent the government's interests.
Okay.
Are you comfortable getting back on?
I will faithfully discharge my duties.
Commissioner Petrie?
I just wondered, so were you appointed to that when you became the city manager?
I
and
was.
Took Dale's spot? Okay, I just didn't know.
Did you have something? No? Okay.
Weren't we supposed to make a motion to accept Brad's resignation? I mean, it's in here.
It looks like it just
The
didn't.
last one yet.
Pardon me?
You haven't voted on the last one yet.
Oh, I didn't know, I didn't see it on this one. Okay, go ahead.
All right, all those in favor of the motion, please say yes.
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 Any opposed, say no. Motion passes. All right, we need a motion to accept the resignation of Brad, somebody say the last name.
Jacob.
Got it. From the Lapeer Housing Commission, Lapeer Neighborhoods Incorporated, and the City of Lapeer Housing Board of Appeals, and declare the seat vacant. Commissioner Petrie?
I sadly accept the resignation of Brad, just because he's a great fit. But they got to move into a great new home, and it's yards from the city. And it just doesn't meet our criteria.
Annex
so-
in.
What?
Don't say that too loudly.
Why? Need support? Support. It's been moved and supported. Any other discussion? Well, thanks Brad for all of your service. I know you're not here tonight, but I'm sure he'll continue to serve however he may choose in the city, whether that's building or reconstructing, or maybe he'll get with us again on something else. But thank you for your service.
Yes.
All those in favor of the motion, please say yes.
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 Any opposed, say no. Motion passes. I believe that's it for unfinished business. You have the departmental communications. Back to public comments. Does anybody have another public comment or first public comment? Yes, sir.
Good evening, Brian Clute here. The point of the appointment raises a question I have. Now, I know in government that the government administrators sit on various boards and commissions throughout the country for that matter, but there are some that I never really understood. And I think, I believe, and I could be totally speaking out of line, but I don't think I am. It's my understanding that our city manager sits on the planning commission, but is also a voting member of that planning commission. In my opinion, for what it's worth, I would view that more as like an ex officio member, someone who is there to give input and insight, valuable input and insight, but actually being a voting member, I'm not gonna say I see that as a conflict, but I don't really understand why that is that way. And I don't know if that's the only board or commission, but I'm sure there are others that we should look at, maybe look at our charter, think about where the future of the city is going. Maybe this is the time to take that leap and take a look at that and see where we can make some adjustments to that, because I never really did understand that concept. Obviously, there's rationale for some appointments, but that's one that I never really understood.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any other public comments? Nobody wants to say I did a good job. That's fine.
We have got the closing comments.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All right, closing comments. Who wants to go first? I'll let you pick. You guys go ahead.
I have no comment.
Thank you for your comment. But you said you had no comment. You did give a comment. Next. I will go ahead.
Jim Alt wanted to be here this evening, but it's his anniversary. He asked that I remind you all of the Community Heart and Soul Information Meeting tomorrow night at 6 o'clock at Trinity Lutheran Church. The little spiel that says on Facebook is what matters to you in our community. Join us for the Community Heart and Soul Informational Meeting tomorrow night. Fellowship Hall on the lower level. This is not a city-run project. It's a resident-led effort to uncover what really matters to our community and use those values to guide future action. They are looking for people who want to help lead the charge. Volunteers, partners, and even paid roles. If you're interested, if you're curious, or just want coffee and food, come check it out.
Thank you. All right, Commissioner Petrie.
I'm going to start out with honoring Dan Osentowski, who died 4 years ago today. It was sudden, tragic, and huge loss for our community. He was a city commissioner, downtown business owner, building owner, resident. His wife and son have carried on. I'm very proud of them, the way they've carried on and keep plugging along. So rest in peace. God bless your soul, Dan. Thanks for being my friend when you were here on earth. We also lost the new council that we just approved, Rex Zybard. He was on the council for the DDA, the Citizen Council, passed away. So God bless his family. Prayers for both of those families. This is just a question about Crampton Park East. I had two people come up to me at the park and ask about a barrier or something blocking Monroe. It would be where the workout area is. It doesn't even have to be a full fence, but when you have your little kids, it's very close to that road, and they were asking, is there something we can do as a city that would just be a barrier, not a closed-in pen or anything, but a barrier so that if you were chasing your child, that fence kind of grabs them before they get to the road. Just a question out there for Rodney or somebody.
Where at on Monroe?
The east side of Crampton Park, there's a workout section, and it's close, you know, so if an adult's working out and they do have their kids with them.
Sure, Mr. Churchman.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be that tall because it's for little kids, but just wanted to ask that. Also wondered where we're at with the tennis courts being rehabbed into pickleball. I mean,
We've got a meeting this week about that.
okay. Will it be done this year or?
We're going to have a meeting this week about that.
Okay. I just had people ask me, so I'm asking that. The other thing that I wanted to make a comment about was the brick downtown is beautiful, it's historic, it goes with our whole persona, and so I'm just putting my vote out there. I really want that rehabbed. It's so less costly than replacing all of it. It's the bricks, I mean, I walked it and looked, most of those bricks are in great shape, can be reused, so the base has to be redone, so it's a lot of hard work and labor, but not as much material, so I'm opposed to the stamped concrete just because I have it and I know the faults of it. So it's beautiful, but it's just beautiful on the outside. Then I wanted to make a request about the agenda. This was a very full agenda. It went quickly tonight, but it required a lot of reading, more research than reading, to make sure that the decisions we were making were the right ones for us. So I'm just asking, when there is a holiday, maybe we could limit the agenda and the research, because you were closed Friday and Monday, so I had today to make the phone calls and reach the people that I could reach regarding some of this. So just asking if we could do that, especially on a holiday weekend, if we could. I spent a lot of time researching it, trying to find out as much as I could, and then it left me with today to contact whoever I needed to contact, and I wasn't able to reach everybody. And then I'd like to suggest that we put the goals and objectives whole thing on the back burner for 2 months, since we're going to be getting a new mayor and a new commissioner, and I think that they would want input on the goals and objectives. So I feel like I didn't take the survey. There's reasons for that. But at this point, it's 2 months away, the election. And so if we could put that on the back burner and let the new mayor, whoever that may be, and the new commissioner have their input. I just don't want to go full steam ahead and then have them have suggestions that we all want to hear or implement. Also, Mr. Cloutier, that is one of the things that was my goal and objective, that we look at the charter and have our city manager sit on the planning commission in a advisory capacity and not a voting, and look at all the boards and who's on them and why and that kind of thing. So that is one of my goals and objectives. And very grateful for the beautiful sunny holiday weekend. We really didn't get rain that I can remember, and so I'm grateful for that. I'd love to end the summer that way. That's it.
Thank you. Commissioner Glissman?
I'm still working on the Lilac project, and I'm looking for a date. I've got an inquiry out to Mr. Church and Director Church and City Manager Womack to pick a date in late September or early October where we can plant some of the lilacs that I've donated and others that are being donated, and invite Mr. Hogan and any of the people from the city who want to volunteer, Parks and Rec people if they want to volunteer, and make a big deal out of this, because it needs, it's a win-win for the city if we get this going. And so I'm hoping that we can get a lot of people out on planting day. Think of it as a second Arbor Day. So I'm looking for a date for that. Other than that, I don't really have a whole lot, except to always give my friend here that Theodore Roosevelt on this day in 1901 said, "Speak softly and carry a big stick." So there you go.
Good thing I have two, because that was my first one.
Okay.
City Manager Wall.
Well, I was going to go with "Speak softly and carry a big stick," which he said at the Minnesota State Fair in 1901. So the other one is that the Japanese Instrument of Surrender was signed by Japan on the USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay. I got to go visit the Missouri last time I was in Hawaii, paid for the upgraded tour, and I got to go up inside the gun emplacement, which is probably the coolest tour I've ever done. That was awesome. Yeah, I mean, Ms. Peter, I think you and I need to talk about some of these concerns that you have after the meeting, because I got some answers for you, but other than that, staff has been great. We've brought in a ton of grant money this year. It's just a pleasure to work with those guys, so thank you, everybody. That's all I got, thank you.
Could we get an update on how much grant money we brought in collectively this year?
I'm sure that we can.
All right, other than that, thank you all for coming tonight, I appreciate your time. I know it is a sacrifice to be here with us tonight. You're away from your family and friends and maybe sports, I don't know what's on tonight, but thank you for coming tonight, and we do have the workshop on September 8th at 5:30, as City Manager Womack stated. Love to see you here, give us some input. Thank you, city staff, for being here tonight as well. Appreciate you guys, you do a great job. With that, I will call this meeting over.